Welcome back to Amusement Break. For those of you who have been sleeping under a rock, there has been a tremendous amount of criminal activity in Aurora, Colorado. Apparently, Venezuelan gangs have taken over multiple apartment complexes and have been forcing residents to pay them not to get hurt. While the Aurora Police Department tried to deny these allegations, numerous TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and other online platforms show residents uploading videos complaining about the crimes that are going on in their neighborhoods. Just think, one day you're living in a nice, safe, upper-middle-class part of Denver, then the next day you wake up and see gangs from South America terrorizing your community. Now, why would Democrats allow this to happen? Take a look at this video and see for yourself.
It's been brewing for months. With every verifiable fact, there has been some misinformation and rumors. Well, tonight, we have new information on what we've learned is happening inside an apartment complex. This video has been making the rounds online since yesterday. Shows armed men walking through a building, knocking on doors, then entering an apartment. A former resident and city council member tells us these men are part of a dangerous Venezuelan gang, and their numbers have been growing steadily because of the crisis at the border. The apartment complex is at 12th and Dallas and Aurora. That's east of the border with Denver, and just a mile or so from the popular Stanley Marketplace. Tori Mason is your reporter in Aurora. Tori joins us now. You talked with a woman who lived there, watched all of this unfold, and she certainly said this was terrifying for her.
Yes, Karen, and even though she's moved, she's still terrified. It takes bravery to speak out on something like this, but she says it's worth it if it means action will be taken. There have been rumblings of new gang activity in Aurora all summer. Officials have skated around the topic, but now there's video and victims they can't deny.
It's really like being held hostage.
Cindy was a prisoner in her own home. She's lived in this building at 12th and Dallas for years. This summer, when crime got worse, Cindy got cameras. Doorbell video shows a group of armed men forcing their way into her neighbor's home. Another night, her camera outside captured two men approaching a vehicle, guns drawn. She's called 911 so often, they know her by name.
He said, ever considered leaving? If I could afford to leave, I wouldn't be there.
She says neighbors fall asleep to gunfire. Her car still damaged from an overnight shootout.
This is a bullet hole.
It was one of the few times Aurora police responded.
They will call me and say, I'm sorry, but we're not coming. We're not coming until it's a bad enough crime.
This week, her pleas for help were finally answered, not by the city, but by Councilwoman Danielle Jurenski.
I think that politics is being played here with people's lives.
While APD and the city denied gang activity, Jurenski moved Cindy out of that apartment herself. For weeks, officers have told her their hands were tied.
What I am told is that police leadership put it out that no less than like 3 or 4 officers could respond to one of these complexes.
Wednesday, Aurora police said they're aware that components of TDA are operating in Aurora. In a statement, APD says it would be improper at this time for the city and APD to make any conclusory statements about specific incidents or provide details about law enforcement strategy and operations. Based on our initial investigative work, we believe reports of TDA influence in Aurora are isolated.
I now have other property owners, other apartment complexes calling and telling me the same kinds of things.
Food is the biggest commodity over there.
Cindy says she survived the ordeal by staying quiet, giving them food and bed bug spray every night, praying she'd hear sirens.
They left us there to die.
In her new home, far away, the peace she feels is fleeting. Because for so many others, she says there is no escape, no solution, and no sign that help will ever come.
My family lives in Aurora. My daughters live there. I talked them into moving to Aurora. If someone doesn't do something now, their apartments are next.
Now, Cindy says there needs to be more action and more help for people in her situation. Like she told me earlier, there's no program that says, hey, you've been run out by a gang, let's step in and help you with the deposit. She's lucky to get the help that she did, Karen.
That's terrible. Just so terrible. Tori, what's next? What are the next steps?
Well, the city and the Aurora Police Department established a special task force to address concerns about any Venezuelan gang activity.
All right, more to come on this for sure. Tori, thank you.